Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I'm not here with Geeky Sparkles. She's sitting this one out. This is a really weird turn of events. So we've been talking about how Matt Mercer is stepping away from being the DM on Critical Role. And we've been talking about how several WotC employees wound up working with Critical Role's publisher. It's Darrington Press, is that what it is? They're working on Daggerheart. Chris Perkins and Jeremy Crawford, they both jumped ship from D&D to Daggerheart. And Campaign 4 is coming. And you would think since they're publishing their own system, if they had faith in their system, they would be using it for Campaign 4, but they're not. They're using D&D. That's a little weird. I don't know. It strikes me as being a little weird. Now, I understand everybody already knows D&D, but part of me is like, is this why the official D&D account was being so friendly with everybody over at Critical Role? Because they know they already had an ace in the hole. Did they pay off Critical Role to advertise 2024 D&D? Because that's what they're using. Yeah, the new version of D&D that has been widely derided by a lot of players. A lot of people not interested in this. Did they pay Critical Role a bunch of money to play it? I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I have no idea. It's just, I think it's very weird to own a tabletop publisher, create a product that is competing directly with Dungeons and Dragons, and then not use it on your show, which would be the best possible promotion and endorsement of it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. So anyway, we're going to talk about it just because I think just from a business standpoint, it's a very weird thing to do. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Yeah, so this is coming from, let's see, Dungeons and Dragons fan.com. New Critical Role campaign is going to use D&D instead of Daggerheart. Very weird. In an announcement that took many fans by surprise, Critical Role recently announced that Season 4 of their popular actual play series will use D&D 2024 rather than their own new Daggerheart system. Again, this feels like a marketing fail unless Hasbro threw a bunch of money at them. I don't know. The news has caused a bit of a stir with many within the TTRPG community, assuming the show would opt for Daggerheart, which was released in May of 2025 and created by Critical Role's Darrington Press as a potential rival to D&D. So what does this mean for the future of D&D and Critical Role? All right, so what's Campaign 4 about? We don't know. Matt Mercer is not going to be the DM, though. Brendan Lee Mulligan is. People said he's actually pretty good. But it is kind of weird that he's not going to be the DM. He is going to play occasionally, but it feels like he's kind of phasing himself out, or at least he's got like 1 foot out the door. I don't know how it's going to do. They said there are 13 players. If 13 players sounds like a lot for a standard game of D&D, it's because Brendan Lee Mulligan will be running a West Marches style campaign. Let's see. I'm trying to see what else is going on here. Handle juggling multiple players. Lee Mulligan has divided the cast into 3 groups: the Swords, the Seekers, and the Schemers. Does that mean we're going to see even less of Matt Mercer? First 4 episodes of the new campaign will introduce a primary arc and link the 13 characters together. They have a new world. Why are they using... This is why I want to know. Why are they using D&D instead of Daggerheart? In a recent interview, Mercer Ray explained that when creating the worlds we build and explore in all of our content at Critical Role, we have always held strong to the belief that we should use the system that best supports the story we want to tell. We are certainly spoiled for choice when it comes to TTRPG systems that the cast knows and loves, so we're very excited to explore more of both Daggerheart and Dungeons & Dragons in our near and hopefully distant future. It's not clear, however, if Wizards of the Coast was involved in the decision and may have influenced it either monetarily or with some other compensation. Something's definitely going on because they poached 2 of the head honchos at D&D. And I thought, well, that's it. They're just going to go to Daggerheart and they're going to, take on D&D, head on. And that's that. No, actually the official Dungeons and Dragons Twitter account's like, hey, good luck, everybody. I'm like, no, that's not something you do with a rival. You're with a rival, somebody just poached your people. You're like, yeah, I hope you rot in hell, you miserable son of a bitch. And that's not what they did. They were like, it's okay, everybody. There's plenty of game for all of us. It's like, no, I agree. I think they paid them off. Campaign 4 is going to actually still have a Daggerheart component to it. Critical Role has confirmed that Jeremy Crawford and Chris Perkins, who were at D&D and they went to Critical Role, will be working on new Daggerheart material that ties into Campaign 4. What this material will look like and when it will be released are not yet known. That's very interesting. I am wondering, at some point, is Hasbro going to outsource Dungeons and Dragons? And would they outsource it to like Darrington Press? Would they outsource it to Paizo? You know what I'm saying? Like something's up here. It's very weird. It's very surprising that Critical Role is once again using D&D for Campaign 4, and whether or not Wizards of the Coast was involved in the decision, it's likely good news for the D&D brand as a whole. Well, yeah, because here's the thing. The 2024 version of D&D, what are we calling this now? Like 5.5, 6C? I don't know what it is. It's not that popular. People hate it. Now people are saying they only sold like 3,700 copies. I don't believe that. I don't believe it's selling that badly, but it's certainly not connecting with people the way that they were hoping. And also it's woke as fuck. I mean, it really is. It's like, man, you thought 5e was? This thing is just crazy. People aren't playing it. So would it be in Hasbro's best interests, right? Would it be in their best interest to pay off Critical Role to advertise 2024 D&D for a whole season? Because God knows they need the help. And frankly, Critical Role and live play streamers like Critical Role helped put D&D back on the map. Unfortunately, it attracted a whole new audience, and that audience has kind of like infected that whole brand. And Daggerheart, I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad. I haven't played it, but it just seems like it's for a certain audience, and that audience does not include grognards like myself. Right. And that's okay. I can acknowledge that your game is allowed to exist. I am allowed to ignore that your game exists. Yeah. It's like, there's nothing wrong with that. Right. But it doesn't make me a racist, homophobic, misogynist piece of shit or anything. It just means I don't like your fruity ass game. Cause to me, it's not D&D, right? Baking and prom, that's not D&D. But that's, whatever. You do you, boo. I'm good. I'm good with what I got. So there's been a lot of discussion about the sales. This was okay. Jess Lanzillo, the VP of franchise and product for Dungeons & Dragons, who also got fired, I believe. She got gone. This is back in January. She's trying to say that, yeah, everything's doing great, guys. D&D Beyond's doing great. 2024 D&D is doing great. The core book is almost released. They're looking forward to finally beginning now that the books are out. We're going to have this really nice base of what's going to be setting up D&D for the future. It's going to be a springboard for all the exciting stuff we're going to be doing in the future. Well, she's not going to be a part of it. Jeremy Crawford's not going to be part of it. And this was the beginning of the year. Like, all these people that were involved with D&D 2024 are gone. They're gone. Some of them went over to Critical Role, but they're going to use that system. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it's weird. It strikes me as being very, very weird. Here's Wargamers got it. They said, yeah, it's Critical Role Campaign 4 choosing D&D over Daggerheart, and it's got 13 people. I don't think we're going to see a lot of Matt Mercer. I think he'll be a special guest star. I think he's going to move on to other things. It says it's not going to be entirely divorced from Daggerheart. Yeah, they'll be allowed to pimp their stuff a little bit. Let's see. What else do they know? They don't really know much. It's just very weird. I don't know. I just think it's weird. Just from a marketing perspective, I think it's weird. There had to have been money changing hands. I can't imagine that they would not take the opportunity to show off Daggerheart to their audience, because it just came out. Like, this is prime time, baby. Like, you got Campaign 4, and instead you're like, yeah, let's prop up failing 2024 D&D. Whatever. So there we go. There we go, guys. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Attention, stupid humans. All orcs are evil, just like Gary Gygax and Professor Tolkien warned you. Series 1 of these orc enamel pins are on Kickstarter again for a very limited time. Pick your clan, join the Horde, and cause some mayhem. Go to badorcs.com. That's badorcs.com.